Hey everybody, NitsuaGamer here back, and I'm finally doing my session for Tales. And I have a co-commentator for this session. Introduce yourself.
Well, hi everybody, I'm Miles Cott, or as some people might know me, as CloneDude5 on YouTube. Hooray for another YouTuber. And I've been working, as you guys know, on a Sonic movie that I am actually working together with Nitsua, or Austin, depending on how you want to know. So, okay. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So, I'm here to co-commentate because I play Tales in the film and I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll try to keep quiet during cutscenes.
Uh-oh, what's this?
And this is why you don't put the Chaos Emerald in your jets.
You'll learn someday.
Yep. And just think, he's only like, what, 8 years old?
Yeah, he's just a little kid. How does he have the ability to do this stuff?
I know. So, what, you're how old are you and you're playing an 8-year-old?
Well, I'm not necessarily playing an 8-year-old anymore. So I'm kind of bringing him to life in sort of more of my age, being 17. So.
Yeah. Station Square, we're already in Station Square. Alright. What's your opinion about them, like, changing the cutscenes, you know, between characters?
I don't let it bug me too much because I've had to, you know, deal with a lot of interesting weird cutscenes, and I try not to let the story get to me, but it's a little annoying where in one part Sonic is like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and in the next part Tails is like, oh, I'm doing it now, and you're like,
yeah.
But, you know, they had to make it work for the game, I suppose. And overall, it's a decent game. It's a good game. It's fun to play.
It's a Chaos Emerald! No way!
I'm lucky to find one of the 7 Chaos Emeralds. They have unlimited mystic powers. Now I want to harness that power to fly my plane. Let's go to my workshop in the Mystic Ruins, and I'll show you what I've been working on. We'll go to the station, hop a train, and get there in no time.
You know, I'm pretty sure the fastest way to the Mystic Ruins is by Sonic running. I mean, not by train.
Yeah, I thought that. I thought that every time I got to that part. Like, you know, it didn't actually bug me, but I'm like, shouldn't Sonic be able to just be like, I'm gonna run? Couldn't you just follow the train tracks? I mean, that would be a lot more fun if you got to do like a little miniature running sequence.
You might as well just run instead of just, you know, taking the train.
Although I guess they had to find a way to do some loading sequences for getting places somewhere.
Yeah. But then, of course, not every character can run very fast. I mean, I think only Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles can run very fast in the game, while the other 3 characters don't really run that fast.
Of course, the whole thing with Tails is that he's faster flying than he is on foot.
Yeah.
So, and Knuckles is like blazing fast in this game.
Ah, dang!
I really don't know what's up
I forgot
with
one
that.
power-up from Station Square that I should have gotten.
Well, time to go back then?
Actually, you know what? I'll get it when I go to the Casinopolis.
That works.
Yeah.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Sonic and Tails.
Silence! I am Dr. Robotnik, the most cunning scientific genius in the world!
And just so you know, Miles, it is kind of hard to hear you through these cutscenes.
But now it's time to put it to work!
That usually means trouble coming from you.
Don't even try to manipulate this time. Give me that Chaos Emerald, or else...
Or else what, huh?
Or else I'll take it from you the hard way.
Why can't we just get along? Seriously.
Then there'd be no more games to play.
Good point. But then again, they have been able to have some villains that doesn't include Eggman, you know? I mean, that would be like the Secret Reigns in the Black Knight, right?
I mean, Eggman was mentioned, but that was about it.
Yeah. So here we go, Egg Hornet.
See, what I want to know is, where does he build all these things? Like, in every game he has a different secret base, but where does that start from?
No idea.
It's just existent. Did you really hurt him by flying right into his face?
You can go ahead and commentate. I can't really hear what you're hearing during this fight, but you can go ahead and say something.
Alright, that works for me.
Oh, yes I am.
Maybe someday he'll eventually learn, maybe I should do more different moves instead of the same attack every time. Hey man, you're flawed ways. You'll figure it out eventually.
You know what, you can totally think of ways that these villains can totally come up with more genius plans to actually attack their nemesis, you know?
Mm-hmm. I wonder how many times...
You know, Bowser might as well just say, hey, Green Koopa Trooper, stop walking off cliffs, you know?
That would be a step in the right direction. Loading.
Yeah.
That was just too easy.
Gotcha.
Hey, he snagged it.
Well, you shouldn't have the emerald out in the first place.
Why doesn't Sonic just jump for it? Faster than the speed of sound, you should be able to just... Whoop, got the emerald back.
Chaos.
It's the monster I saw the other day.
Monster?
It's not a monster, it's just a water fluid-like monster, you know? Okay, that didn't make sense at all.
That was good. It's not a monster, it's a water fluid monster.
Hear this, Sonic. Chaos' strength increases every time.
It has a description, too.
All he needs is some emeralds to become invincible.
I can swear, every time he actually gets fed a Chaos Emerald, he gets uglier, you know?
Yes. I mean, the design just turns him into more of a weird-looking blob.
I mean, he looks really ugly when he forms, but until he's like Perfect Chaos or just Chaos Zero, he looks fine.
Thank goodness they're gone. Good
Now,
riddance.
the thing that comes to my mind is,
You're right. Chaos.
when I first played this game when I was younger, I always thought that was metal or like machine inside of him, and I finally was looking at it when I was playing it last going, that's bone.
Before Eggman does.
Couldn't have called that.
Alright. Here's a question. Out of all the adventure fields, which one's your favorite?
Ooh, that's a tough one. But I'm gonna have to go with probably the Mystic Ruins. It's one of the bigger ones.
Same
it's a
here.
lot of fun, and Tails Workshop's there. So, and Windy Valley, which we are going to right now, which is one of my all-time favorite levels from this game.
Windy Valley? Yeah, I think the only people who come here are Sonic, Tails, and Gamma, I believe, right?
Come on, Tails.
Yes. Of course, with their own variations.
So, any opinions about Tails racing Sonic?
It's fun at first, but I was kind of hoping Tails would have more independent levels where he'd kind of do his own thing. The game's fun, but you just play the same stuff over and over again with different people.
Yeah. I mean, the first 4 stages of this game, he's racing Sonic, but then once it gets to the 5th one, he has to race Eggman.
Which, that really shows you how much the level's cut down. Because, Eggman didn't break off from Sonic's story until a far bit ahead. Then, of course, you still have to do the whole flying the plane and all that.
Yeah.
Now, my question is, in accordance to the Sonic playthrough we did, are you looking forward to the Sky Deck with Tails?
Sky Deck with Tails, Well, it's not going to be as bad as Sonic, so I don't know. Skydeck shouldn't be much of a problem.
Piece of advice: don't get full of yourself, because I did that and I flew off the edge like 8 times.
That was too bad.
The dishwasher's annoying.
Oh, I can't hear it, so I'm not too worried about it.
Station Square will be departing
Good.
soon.
As long as you can't hear it, then hopefully the people who are watching this right now can hear it.
See, the thing that I find...
So I think we're pretty much on part 2 of the moment. At the moment.
Yeah, I would assume so. And this is going to sound really dumb if we're still in part 1.
So now we're going back to Station Square, so now I can get that item I missed in the sewer.
My question is, what is your decision factor for breaking up the parts?
For breaking out the parts and stuff? Well, there's 2 different ways that Let's Players can actually, like, record this. Like, some players, like, do 1 part each session, so someone would actually, like, do 1 part up to, like, a certain time limit or something, and they would cut it from there, and then they would do the next part the next day, so that way they can have a part each day. Others, like what I'm doing, would actually just do a session for as long as you can go. And for the Sonic Adventure DX, I'm playing through the characters all the way to the end, and basically I just divide it into parts from there. It's pretty easy if you had experience with editing and stuff.
So I'm gonna throw out my own little advertisement for myself here. I'm currently thinking of, if we can get the right stuff for it, doing a short little let's play of the multiplayer co-op challenge mode in Pikmin 2.
Sounds interesting. I've never actually played Pikmin.
It's a lot of people know it, but like many people haven't played it. It's actually a really unique, fun game. It teaches you how to do slave labor with small animals, but you know, it's fun.
Come on, Ted.
This doesn't look much like a casino. It looks like a dump of money.
Yeah, that's the thing that made me kind of happy when I played through Tails' story, is the fact that I didn't have to collect a billion rings all over again, because my worry was I'd have to race Sonic in getting rings before he did something.
All right, Tails.
Which, that just would have been a pain.
Seriously, Sonic, can you just slow down so I can win this stage? Alright. I think I'm pretty much halfway through this at the moment. Okay, I'm ahead of Sonic right now.
The magic of having Tails.
Ah, there we go. It's weird how the emeralds are in like different locations for Tails and Sonic, you know?
Yep, with Tails, oh, it's
of
just
course,
the end of the sewer.
That wasn't too bad.
And of course, when you're playing as Sonic, Tails just stalks you while you get the emerald, and Tails, you just have to prove that you're better than Sonic. Yeah.
It was always fun. Whenever I was playing this, I was doing me and my friend were taking turns every few levels. And then eventually he says, wait, and he plugs in a second controller, and you know how you can control Tails? I mean, he doesn't really do anything, but you can control him. Basically, my friend would be there, but he would be the biggest hindrance. I'd be like, I'm gonna get those rings, I'm gonna get in the way. It was fun, though.
I'm sure it wouldn't really bother our viewers if we're actually commentating during these cutscenes because, well, anybody who has been watching the Sonic story of this pretty much seen these cutscenes. They're just alternated a little.
It's just more focused on Tails. And then, of course, if people are watching this, there's a good chance they've played it before and at least know the cutscenes.
Eggman got one of them, but the other one's safe. He must be getting desperate.
Now the emerald count is 2-1 and Eggman's winning. Let's get a move on.
Yep.
Cream the rabbit.
Have you ever noticed that... Sorry?
I just said cream the rabbit.
Yeah, exactly. I never actually noticed who the heck that was, but until I went on the internet and said that Cream the Rabbit is in this, I just realized that that actually is Cream the Rabbit.
Because when this originally came out on the Dreamcast,
Hopefully
wasn't
she
a
evacuated
existing
before Station Square got flooded.
character. Yeah. The whole point for that is she wasn't an actual character until after the Dreamcast era, when Sonic Advance came out, which is when I think was her first appearance. And then they decided, well, we'll give her a little tiny itty bitty. Here, there she is for like 20 seconds. So.
They've done that on like Pixar and stuff. Like, you seen some Pixar movies?
I've seen a good share.
For example, you know Wall-E, right?
That was a good movie.
You know Wall-E the robot, right?
You bet.
Never mind. Okay, well, Wall-E, he actually appeared in 3 Pixar movies I know. Toy Story 1, which was actually the first Pixar movie. The Incredibles and Cars. You can actually see him for just a small moment, and then they finally made a full movie with Wall-E in it. And then, of course, the other Easter egg that you actually find in Pixar movies is the Pizza Hut truck, which pretty much is shown a lot in the Toy Story films.
That truck is everywhere.
But anyways, this is not about Pixar.
Well, it's not like much is going on right now. Just like, I'm snowboarding for us.
Alright, so our 3rd stage, 2 more to go after this, and then of course we have the annoying Sky Chase level and the Sand Hill level.
Sand Hill I can stand. Sky Chase, you know, it's like I played through the first act of Sonic.
I'm not really a fan of the sub games, you know, in here.
But, you know, it was just another slow step into Sonic's rough spot. But, you know, I have hope. I have hope. I owned and beat.
You know, it's
all
gonna be so
colors.
hilarious how after I edit our commentary into the video that... Wait. You know, it's gonna be so hilarious after I edit our commentary into, like, the video that I'm not actually gonna know what you are saying at the moment while I'm actually recording this, but then of course it will make sense once I start editing this. It's because the game audio is kind of overriding your commentary, but I can hear you just a little bit.
I guess.
I mean, you may have noticed me pausing a few times during this Let's Play. That's just enough so I can actually hear what you have to say. Jeez.